today is a landmark in Johnny Has the Keys podcast history in that we're doing our first Stephen King film. You've got Jack Torrance and his wife Wendy and son Danny, who takes a gig where he thinks he can have the time to write a book. The caretaker of a hotel up in the mountains of Colorado that closes down for the winter because of the weather. What they don't realize is that the house is haunted. And there are plenty of ghosts in a hotel of that size. The element that makes this unique is that Danny has that gift. And he sees these ghosts before anybody, even though he's a child. But trouble ensues, nevertheless. It is a Kubrick film. It is a Stephen King novel. And it is not it's not a literal interpretation of the book. So King was never happy with it. There are tumultuous stories of tension on the set. There's just a lot of history with this film. So there's many reasons why it's a classic, and not all of them are great. A momentary loss of muscular concentration. I think it's beautifully shot. It's like a work of art. It's like a painting. It's just incredibly beautiful. Stephen King says it's a fancy car without an engine. And then he also said, I think that Stanley set out to make a film that hurts people. Kubrick also used to call Stephen King at 3 o'clock in the morning and ask him weird questions like, do you believe in God? It's Black Phillip! It's Black Phillip! I love watching Jack Nicholson in this movie. I know Stephen King hates him, but to see the wheels turning behind those eyes and the way he delivered some of that stuff, and it may have been because it was forced to be filmed 40 times, I don't know, but he's just brilliant. You know, little pigs, let me come in. If you do subscribe to Patreon, you will get a complete list of what we're scheduling for this season. So you'll be able to plan ahead as far as watching films, if you're wanting to watch them with us. All right, we'll see you later, David. Bye. Started watching the second season of Castle Rock. It's a lot like the first season. There's like a lot of familiar elements and then a lot of elements that are completely unfamiliar to any Stephen King I've ever read. Like Jerusalem's Lot plays prominent in the story. Yeah, Annie is stuck in Castle Rock. That's Annie from Misery, for all you folks out there that don't know. Salem's Lot exists. People live there. We haven't seen really any evidence yet of vampires. However, a very famous landmark is there, and like weird caves and caverns underneath it that contain bizarre looking things that I think may connect it more to the original short story, Jerusalem's Lot. Very Lovecraftian, exactly. So I'm really curious to see where they're going with it. And then if you think that they're going to try to get an iconic actor from every great Stephen King movie to be the lead in the series. First year they got, Sissy Spacek to star in it. This year they've got Tim Robbins as the lead. What if next year they got Jack Nicholson? Wouldn't that be killer?
Start the car. Johnny has the keys.